everybody. My name is Rex.
I'm Rellish.
I'm the Great Gatsby.
My name's Snowman.
And welcome to the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Direct
Reaction.
Let's go.
To the party, but
Nah, it happens.
we're gonna do our best to break this down and give our thoughts on the video game. So here we go.
Full screen this.
I better have sound. Before we continue, I already saw there will be no 9/11 mission. That was a lie. Moving on.
Thank the Lord. Oh, I see the pack. I saw the pack-a-punch and monkey bombs on those screens.
Joining us today. We're excited to share what we've been working on for the past few years.
Where?
Right before he started talking, before the wave gun was shown in this face. You see the TVs at the bottom. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Joining us today. We're excited to share what we've been working on for the past few years. For Black Ops 6, we really wanted to give ourselves the time to craft something truly great. This means we're delivering a new level of polish and innovation across all parts of the game. I've been working here for over 20 years, and I can tell you that we have something special on our hands with Black Ops 6. And I know that the team are excited to give you a deep dive into our campaign and global innovations across the entire game.
That was a baseball bat.
That looked cool.
With Black Ops 6, we're taking players to a new but familiar era, the early 90s. In true signature Black Ops fashion, our story builds on real history, thrusting players into a conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the US government, branding anyone who resists as traitors and forcing players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that created them. The team has been meticulously crafting every aspect of this game to deliver the fun and attitude players expect from the Black Ops franchise.
Actually, did you guys catch that open worldness?
Brings the Black Ops
yeah, a little bit.
Playground for the brand new
that created them.
Look at that. I bet you get to walk all of this because they said it's open world, right?
Yeah.
Now, is it actually like open world or is it like open
Forcing
area?
Players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that
I
created
guess we'll
them.
see.
There we go. That's a more clear image.
Yeah, because this looks like an important capital like building. So I would assume it's like open exploration of big mission map type of things, which is cool.
I guess we'll see.
It still kind of invokes that open world thing because you're able to go and search through everything and do how you want.
Also, everybody keep in mind, Gabs does not like Call of Duty, and she's going to be brutally honest. So hopefully you don't have any sand in your giny.
We need someone to keep us grounded.
She's kind of hot, not going to lie.
Multiplayer is of course here and brings the Black Ops
style
and provides a playground for the brand new Omni movement system. New way to push beyond your limits and move like an action hero. You'll see a sneak peek of that later today. Round-based zombies is absolutely back and better than ever, and you can be sure it's full of surprises. With that, let's step into the mind-bending campaign experience we've been crafting with our partners at Raven.
No turning back now.
Every Call of Duty player has a favorite campaign mission. When we set out to make Black Ops 6, we were focused on delivering missions so iconic that they stick in your memory long after. We are bringing that action-packed blockbuster feel to every step of the narrative. we're giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
We can do this loud or quiet.
So alternate ending, question mark?
Apparently there's going to be a lot from what I heard.
The game is packed with unexpected moments.
Black Ops 2 type of action.
It's a high-octane spy thriller where you're never sure who to trust and what's real. And it's all set against the backdrop of the early 90s. The Soviet Union was crumbling after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War. The US is the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War was dominating headlines everywhere, and there was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time. When we talk about the Black Ops timeline, Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2, the aftermath of which has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
So
It's Woods.
Black Ops 6 blends the rich and gritty history of previous franchise titles with bold new characters, with veteran Frank Woods as our through line in our story. In this new chapter, we see a different side of Woods following his traumatic injury at the hands of Raul Menendez. He's been pulled from the field as he adjusts to a new role within the CIA, often behind a desk or on the other end of a radio. His protege is Troy Marshall, who's been making a name for himself in the field. Marshall is a reluctant leader driven by a strong moral compass. Marshall and Woods are working with another new face in Black Ops 6, CIA handler Jane Harrow. She's a born leader, fearless and brilliant, and helps manage their relationships within the agency. Woods' ability to operate in the shadows has always been hugely valuable to the CIA, whether they want to admit it or not. And Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make. But when an operation goes wrong, Woods and Marshall are suspended and ultimately forced to go rogue. They soon realize they have to trust each other to get to the bottom of what's going on. Without any of their usual resources, they have to build their own team,
That is the Barrett.
recruiting 2 exciting new characters.
That was the Barrett.
Without any of their usual resources.
Oh. Ooh.
An M16 variant, though? Because look at the stock.
That is a very M16 stock. Unless it's just a sniper scope. Oh, no, that's not.
That was an actual stock.
They have to build their own team, recruiting 2 exciting new characters in Felix Newman, a technical genius, and Savati Dima, a mysterious assassin. With the end of the Cold War, these former enemies have become new allies. And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months, a former ally may have become a new enemy.
For the Black Ops single-player campaign, we prioritized mission variety and unique experiences. Our goal was to offer players a wide variety of mission types, each crafted from the ground up. One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist at a casino. We aim to take players all over the world and immerse them in vastly different experiences. Within these missions, we wanted gameplay to unfold in multiple ways, giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit. Where we have different combat styles, we also have conversation opportunities where you can talk, barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences. And we think you'll want to replay levels to see them all.
That's cool.
I like options. This is my favorite option, but I
Is
like
that the
options.
stakeout?
Might be.
Stakeout from Black Ops 1.
Offer a variety of different enemy types in the campaign.
And that movement looks slippery.
Challenges for the player.
God.
So whether they choose to go in guns blazing or take a stealthier approach,
Line them up right, you can take them both out with one shot. Nice and quiet.
we've continued to push on
That
what's
was not
possible
nice
in
and
terms of how
quiet.
enemy combatants behave.
Full auto
We
M16.
relentless, constantly seeking to
That
outmaneuver
was
you
still
throughout the
burst.
levels. But caught off a
AK-74U.
player's location and force him to
As an
think on their
SMG,
feet.
hopefully. Stinger?
We've created certain missions
Stinger?
that give you a high-level objective and a variety of ways to approach that objective. One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS. It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
Look alive, people! They know we're coming!
Oh, so that answers my question earlier.
full auto M16.
You'll find that some of our destinations have a startling contrast in look and feel as well. We have a mission that takes place in an opulent casino in Southern Europe. It's unlike any past mission in Call of Duty. What the player does in this space.
Oh, it reminds me of that movie.
And another one of our missions we have set in the harsh tundra of northern
Oh,
Russia.
it's gonna bother me.
Is that a Hind D?
We are excited to offer an array of brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe.
Oh, yes.
RCXD.
Tranquilizer trap, adrenaline stem, homing knife.
What the fuck?
Homing knife?
Homing knife. Is that the Scorpion?
Was it?
The one the dude was carrying when he hit him with the disruptor.
No.
Fuck,
74U, no stock. Hello.
The campaign is grounded within an expanded campaign hub called the Safe House. You might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold War. This time, we wanted to think a little bit more broadly about the environment. We chose to have our team's hub located in a more naturalistic setting.
Gabs enjoyed the campaign from Cold War, didn't you?
In an abandoned manor by an ocean cliffside.
Ooh.
What's most unique is that it used to be a KGB black site, which was operational during the 50s and 60s. This brings a lot of intrigue to the Safe House and will allow players to explore and discover secrets.
So like a gunsmithing?
The team is also bringing back the evidence board, which is still the centerpiece of the Safe House experience, but with brand new upgrades. Players can view the campaign outline, gain deeper insights into missions, and analyze evidence collected throughout missions.
Cool, I actually kind of liked that. It was intriguing.
Okay, the attacker comes
fucking
in.
sledgehammer with the dick.
3, 2, 1, go!
That was sick. Great. I think we got it.
Omni
With
movement.
Black Ops 6, our goal is to create a more connected experience that keeps players immersed across every single mode. We've pushed
Sliding looks
in
sick.
every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black
Ooh.
Ops
Up and dive
experience for our
backwards.
players. Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty, and with Black Ops 6, we're redefining movement across the entire game. For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops action hero with an entirely new global system.
Does that mean you can turn it on and off?
Yeah.
This unlocks the ability
don't like
to
the
move
Omni
like
movement,
never
you can turn it
before
off.
and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide,
I don't think I will,
or
but
enhanced supine prone in full 360 degrees range of motion.
That's the foul. You guys see that?
Beginning, we started with you
yeah,
can't
no, actually I did not catch
And our
that.
enhanced
That's the foul.
supine prone in
Oh.
full
Yeah, it is.
360 degrees range of motion.
And I
This was
like
cool.
that shit. That makes it so much easier to try to turn around while you're laying down.
Realize people actually move that way. What happens if we get
Do you want me
rid
to
of
pause
that
so you can talk,
construct?
babe?
And then instantly it
No?
opened up like, oh,
Okay.
if you can sprint in any direction,
That's
then you can dive in any direction, you can
fuck,
slide
was
in
that a
any
double- was
direction.
that the doof doof?
Which then, if we get rid of that construct, and then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint in
No.
any direction, then
Maybe.
you can dive in any direction,
No.
you can slide in any
know.
direction, which then led to all the on the ground movement and everything else chaining together.
That's the Galil.
Oh, the Galil.
That's the Commando.
It's really been something that changes how you think and play the game, whether it's
Oh.
campaign,
Oh.
MP, or zombies.
There better be a
We
dismemberment
truly
in this
believe
game.
that once you experience Omni movement, there's no going back.
Oh!
The M60?
They better have real gun names.
We also
in this
have
game.
what we're calling intelligent movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing to perform various movements. These can be enabled in player options, and they're broken down into 3 categories.
No, I'm
Sprint
good,
assist,
thanks.
mental assist, and crouch assist. And each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning. Intelligent movement really started with this idea that we want all players to focus on what they want to do and not how to do it. We want every player, regardless of skill level or input or experience with Call of Duty, to be able to engage with Omni movement and live out their own action hero fantasy in Black Ops 6.
Ooh, that was brutal.
You were taking a 12 gauge to the face?
We looked at other genres like racing games, where they have these great assist settings that can be turned on and off. Things like traction control or assisted braking, and we really love the idea of taking that thinking and applying it to our own movement options. I don't think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and I encourage players to play around with combos of these settings to really dial in their preferred setup. Hit zones are regions on a character that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions, so now we can determine if that enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit.
Oh, cool.
Oh, world connectivity is this concept that players' movement and reactions are connected to the world based on their choices.
Oh, that's
a great
dope.
example
It
that
dives
really
into the
shines
water.
is a global feature we call corner slicing.
What'd you say?
Where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner.
It's a video game.
And since it's dynamic, it'll be a bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We are constantly looking for opportunities to set the bar with movement and animations in Black Ops 6.
Take cover!
Yeah.
Our team is
Take cover.
super thrilled to show you the best looking characters that we've done.
Jeez.
I'm gonna see that in the campaign and be like,
scanned and incorporated onto each of our.
Oh god, I forgot about this.
Brandon, take control.
Our faces.
Your mission now.
Real-time analysis of spontaneous performances was captured and processed to make every emotional, impactful moment true to actual life. We made sure to have special attention to the cuticles,
That is the
make
Galil.
sure that they don't look like they're just freshly cut. There's dirt in between their nails, the oils on their palms as they're sweaty and running through situations that they're in. Paying attention to every detail.
The thing that I'm most excited about
The
is
the fucking taped fast mags are back.
Added, which includes many that are brand new to the franchise. Our heroes are rogue operatives, and they operate outside the normal playbook. That means they're procuring gear by any means necessary, and it allowed us to pull a unique mix of weapons. We made sure to deliver dozens of unique attachments for every gun, and this allows the players to create a weapon to match any playstyle that you can imagine, all while maintaining the feel and tone of the era.
In Black Ops 6, we really strive for
Mike Chubb.
balance between real and hyper-real, but we want to ground our effects in realism. We find real-world reference so that we can match that motion, the weight, the timing, then riff off of that and create that hyper-real look that everybody has come to know and love from Call of Duty.
Ballistic missiles?
Was that a Pred missile though?
Possibly.
Black Ops 6 user experience is all about focusing players on what they need when they need
Ooh.
it. And
Hang
our
on.
in-game HUD
Wait.
is no different.
That was the HUD.
That looked like a Pred missile from Black Ops 2 where you can shoot multiple missiles out of it.
The weight, the time.
Oh, you get the first strike and then you get the main one?
And create that hyper-real look that everybody has come to know and love from Call of Duty.
Yeah.
You got more than just one. You got like 4.
Oh yeah, no, you got, because then if it's like the one that they had in the game last, you like shoot out like a barrage, and then you have the one main missile that you can go and target somebody.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Ops 6 user experience is all about focusing players
That
on
is a
what they
nice
need
looking
when they
HUD.
need it. And our in-game HUD is no different. From the mini-map to the ammo widget to in-game notifications, the Black Ops 6
I heard about this.
best design,
Wait.
clean, streamlined experience.
Because I saw a clip earlier.
First time in Call of
You can
Duty,
move it.
Players will be able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs. For instance,
Oh, really?
streamers can choose a layout optimized for their setup, or maybe you want your HUD centered so you don't have to look away. Want to play hardcore anywhere, or finally put the mini-map in the bottom left? Those are options as well. Not only does the HUD give players important status, it connects them to the world and helps them feel rewarded for being awesome. As players track that elusive challenge,
so you could just completely turn it off if you really just don't want it in court.
End-to-end experience from the lobby into combat and back, where player progress and achievement are celebrated in a big way.
Nuketown. Anyone else catch that?
I did not.
When he pulled up that screen with the match menu. Right there.
Nuketown's coming back.
Yeah, well, it's Black Ops game, so that's not quite surprising, but that's cool.
We better get another version of fucking Hijacked, I swear to God.
If they don't bring back Hijack, I'm going to be upset.
Oh.
And it better not
be
They
can do it without raid. They can do it without raid.
I want fucking firing range back, too.
That's the one.
Alright, we're all settled. Audio's good. Everybody's happy, Jeff. Lawrence did.
Early on in Black Ops 6's development, we set a goal to make leveling and XP matter more than ever.
Give me prestige.
Looking back through the Call of Duty and Black Ops catalog, there's a lot of love, both
Hang on,
internally
did you guys notice that map?
and that we see in our Call of Duty and Black Ops.
It's raid. Right here.
Holy fuck, that is raid.
Fuck yeah.
Kitchen.
Yeah, that's that middle planter area.
What? Is the one on the right familiar?
No, that's a new. And so the one on the right and the left are both new.
Yeah.
There's a lot of love, both internally at Treyarch and that we see in our community for how we used to handle.
Tori, make sure for this you're putting up like the original maps so people understand what we're saying if they're new.
Right, yeah, I'll try to get that together.
Prestige.
Like try to get the same locations that we're seeing.
Traditional prestige is back in Call of Duty with Black Ops 6.
Yeah.
Let's go!
The best of the best from past Call of Duty prestige systems and are going bigger and more rewarding.
Can we just talk about this for a second? Treyarch and Sledgehammer are fucking cooking this year.
Them motherfuckers in the kitchen.
Let them cook.
Sledgehammer's like, oh, you want fucking slide canceling back? Done.
Here's slide canceling.
Treyarch,
here's dolphin diving, omnidirectional, shooting while diving.
Treyarch, you want original prestige system?
Slide canceling backwards.
I know that's going to be a thing. Someone's going to find it.
Players who reach max player level will have the choice to enter prestige, start fresh with relocked gear, and go through the leveling journey.
Oh, they're going old school with it.
W. Have 10 prestiges.
W.
10
prestiges.
And equip to peacock your status. Players who make it through Prestige 10 aren't done. Instead, they'll graduate into Prestige Master with 1,000 additional levels to
oh my fucking god!
And a classified reward.
So all the people.
They're combining. They're combining Black Ops 4 with old school COD.
Yeah, it's like they're taking a lot of good aspects from like 4 and 2.
Hey, you guys see this right here, by the way?
I can't quite read it.
They're gonna be operators. It's Hudson and Bowman. They're both dead.
Oh.
And then Harper and Adler, yeah.
Yeah.
And then can't read the other red ones. They're
this
so
is
fucking
Hudson.
blurry.
I can't read these two.
Yeah, those are.
That looks like an AK.
Oh,
2 dev.
Anyone dedicated enough to make it all the way to the end. The full
Little zombies have its own prestige.
On day 1 in Black Ops 6.
After doing all this and some of the old shit, it wouldn't surprise me.
Full prestige is unlocked day 1.
We can finally grind for something.
Shit?
We know how many of our players look forward to multiplayer, and we will be providing a deep dive on it later in the year. For now, here's some insight into our development of Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Our vision since day 1 has been to craft an approachable and engaging step change of that signature Black Ops multiplayer experience. We focused on supporting 3 core playstyles for launch. Enforcers are the slayers who like to kill and stay on the move. Recon is all about intel and counter-intel play. And strategists are support players who throw their bodies at objectives for the win, or focus on taking out enemy score streaks for the team.
So wait,
all
hold
of our
on.
Weapons, gear, and gadgets in multiplayer.
So does that mean they're trying to mold the multiplayer to discourage camping?
Yes, and they're trying to turn it into like an Overwatch MOBA.
More action, either get in there or get out.
Yep.
Yeah, they're trying to make it more like a try to fill roles type of thing to kind of help find people play style.
Kind of like Battlefield, right? Think about the different roles in Battlefield.
You have your snipers, your submachine gunners,
your demolitions, that type of shit.
That's cool.
Quiet back there.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. I was trying to think if there were any like counterpoints to that, just because camping tends to be something that is preferred by newer players, but they've already gone through and.
No, not newer. Casual players.
So? Less experienced.
Casual players, people that come home from a 9 to 5 and they're just like, I want to play some Call of Duty.
Right. So, less experienced, I would say. I think those could be synonyms, right? So, I think they have already accommodated for that type of play style, though, by providing ample assists that haven't been in previous games. I was trying to think of anything that would hinder a good portion of their player base, because I mean, even just listening to you guys after you get done playing, talking about all the campers, like it.
Because if you guys look here real quick, right?
Styles for launch. Enforcers are the slayers who like to kill and stay.
So obviously, this will be my play style. This right here, don't camp because they can see you through walls. That's what this is. That's what that's just what it's showing.
Like it's showing them sitting, waiting around corners, and
it's showing their exact
recon is all about
how they're moving, how they're looking.
Yeah,
of course,
recon.
When they move, you can't really see
the entirety of
where they're looking.
Recon is all about intel and counter intel play, and strategists.
And it looks like it only lasts a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a 3 to 5 second type of deal. Just kind of give
so it's kind of like abilities from Black Ops 3 and 4.
Some along the lines of like, hey, if you're gonna sit here, I'm gonna find you out.
Right. So like if you go around a corner and you see somebody camping in a corner, you know they're still going to be there. You run up to it, and before you get there, turn your fucking ability on, and you know where they're at.
Yeah.
And you probably earn it back by getting more kills or just waiting it out.
Yeah, that tends to be how they do that. And then, yeah, it seems like their class things have like secondary ability like things.
Yeah.
Are support players who throw their bodies at objectives for the win, or focus on taking out enemy score streaks for the team.
Tori's role.
All of our weapons, gear, and gadgets in multiplayer have been intentionally designed through that lens of supporting these play styles. And of course, it wouldn't be a Black Ops game if you can't relive those action hero moments in theater mode, which we're happy to announce is returning with Black Ops 6. Now I said we're only getting a taste of MP today, but of course that means you're gonna get some early details on maps.
Ooh.
We're happy to announce that we will be launching with 16 all-new MP maps. We've got 12
16 new maps?
And
16 all new.
Can be played as 6v6 or 2v2.
Yes!
What do players like? What do we know that they want? So we're back to our classic 3-lane maps. We've got fast, frenetic experiences, and we have that balance with more medium-sized, like better for hardcore pacing to keep the action flowing, but still have meaningful decisions for the player to make. The maps have their own stories, and we have multiplayer taking place after the campaign, after you finish it. So don't want to get into too many spoilers there, but you'll experience some of those locations through the multiplayer.
That's a classic COD thing too.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot
Hi,
today,
Kevin.
but couldn't leave you without giving you just one more thing.
Oh god, there's patties now?
Oh.
Round-based zombies is back, and we're picking up
the fucking bubblegum on the fucking
We're excited to announce that there will be 2 brand new maps available at launch, with a curated mix of fan-favorite features and new elements to discover. For those new to zombies, it's our unique take on the cooperative horde mode, where every map is packed full of powerful weapons and upgrades, deadly enemies, and tons of secrets to uncover. The legacy of zombies is incredibly important to Treyarch.
Where's
We are so
David
proud of what the
Vanderhaar?
mode is bringing to players in Black Ops 6. As you've heard today, the innovations in movement systems will also be coming to zombies. Plus, there are many additional zombie-specific features, both new and returning. This is going to be a truly epic return for round-based zombies. Be on the lookout for more intel coming later this year.
Steph interviewed AB. Mark?
Now, we know we only gave you a little taste of multiplayer here today, so make sure to mark your calendars for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event at Call of Duty Next on August 28th. Make sure to stay tuned for details and watch your favorite streamers get hands-on Black Ops 6 so you can be prepped and ready to jump into our MP beta and feel Omni movement for yourself. We'll be sharing so much more about Black Ops 6 in the coming months and look forward to seeing your reactions and your feedback from our open beta coming up this fall and into launch. And it's not just
it's a hailstorm missile.
Because the team is already focused on delivering a ton of content
Did you guys see
for
that?
live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about into
I
launch.
kind of caught it. Oh, yeah.
That's from Black Ops 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I really think we're onto something when, like, you know, they're taking some of that old COD feel and then injecting some fucking new shit in it. I dig it.
And it's not just about launch, because the team is already focused on delivering
wait, did you guys see what she did there?
in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing this fall and into launch. And it's not just about launch, because
not
the
just
team
about
is
launch
already
the missile
focused on
launches.
delivering a ton of content in the live seasons.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Am I
Probably for the
allowed
best.
to talk about Warzone yet?
Our goal on Black Ops 6 was
No.
and still is to make something that is the best work we've ever done and frankly the most fun to play.
Was that Raid again?
Was that?
Was and still is to make something that is
No, maybe? No.
No, that kind of looks like a new map.
the best work we've ever done and frankly the most fun to play. To do that, we deconstructed all of our gameplay.
Can we talk about
our
whoever's
systems,
testing
and
these
content
games suck at
plans,
this
and
game?
repeatedly asked how something
Usually,
could be
yeah.
better. In some cases, that led us to huge innovations like Omni Movement, where we're now allowing players to move how real people
That hurdle
and
is
operators
sick.
move.
That person
In
up there
other cases,
sucks.
it led us back to some of our classic systems like
I think that's a
Prestige,
campaign
and then
mission.
taking that classic system
Probably
through the
on, like,
ringer
Recruit.
and making updates and improvements. Across our weapons, gear, operators, maps, and more,
That was a
huge
fucking
push has
MiG.
been to hit the highest visual and audio fidelity possible. The campaign tells an all-new
Sorry, I had
Black
a
Ops
Logan
story
one.
where you're forced to go rogue and are being hunted by the teams that trained you. On top of that, the team is really focused on mission and engagement variety.
Oh, that's a cool execution.
Multiplayer is a key ingredient in the DNA of Black Ops, and hopefully, in this sneak peek, it was clear that every single part of the MP game loop will be improved and better than ever, from movement, to shooting, to footsteps, to engagement systems, to death. And last but definitely not least, the triumphant return of round-based zombies.
Biggest W.
There is so much more to share across
only showing
all
one
3
map.
game modes before the game officially launches on October 25th. On behalf of the entire team, we can't wait for you to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Oh,
Oh my god! Did you see that?
that's the MP5, but yes.
Watch it. Dead.
Oh! Nasty.
The clear mags.
Illuminati.
Are you gonna show anything?
Oh yeah, they have to show off their Vault Edition.
Those look cool.
I'm not spending $100 in this game.
Oh, that's the name of the fucking weapons on the actual thing.
LR762.
Oh, the PDW?
The Jack. PDW, the Marine SP. Ames 85.
And the combat knife.
So no, they're not using real gun names.
Unforged.
They don't want to pay that much, I guess. We got Woods, Zombie Woods, Superman Woods.
Oh, the numbers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Plus Warzone Mobile.
Well, babe, you're the biggest critic, so you can go first.
I mean, I think it looks great. I can't stop looking at this through a future programmer or database analyst's lens. So I don't really have much to provide to this podcast, but I do think it looks very interesting. I think the Call of Duty companies in general, though, have a lot of redeeming to do.
I wouldn't put Treyarch in that.
Okay. I think guilt by association is really what it comes down to.
Yeah, thanks, Activision.
Yeah.
Thank you, Modern Warfare 2 2022.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stay safe with I'll believe it when I see it. And I really hope for them, because it does look like they put a lot of work into this. And I can tell they've got a lot that they're working with.
And now we'll go down the line, Tori.
Hey. Honestly, it looks good. Actually looks really good. I'm really looking forward to seeing how Omni movement actually affects a lot of the interactions that we usually run into, especially when we're on multiplayer. And then with that, I wonder if if you have it off, like, is there like a real like disadvantage for not having it on?
I would assume there has to be. You probably can't, dive sideways or dive backwards.
Which is fair, but they also say that there's going to be like a lot of different settings, so who knows? We won't know until that game actually comes out, or people start playing around with it when they start getting into it at the showcase a little bit. But yeah, it looks really good. I like the return of some classic feeling COD things. It makes it
feel nostalgic but new.
Yeah, nostalgic, and then also like, feels like you also have something to actually work towards, and that you don't have to,
just play mindlessly because there's nothing to work towards.
Yeah.
Grinding for a mode that, like, I mean, with Warzone being the center point for the last several Call of Duties, you're not going into multiplayer to level guns, or going into zombies from Modern Warfare 3 to level guns, get camos. Feels like you're actually looking forward to like the prestige and leveling up your weapons.
That prestige system might bring a lot of old COD fans back.
Right.
I would hope so.
Yeah, because then, as cool as the season leveling type of thing that they had going on, especially for MW3, it's cool, it's neat. It's just, but some people can burn that out in a week, and they have to wait like a whole fucking month before anything.
Right.
So this is a little bit more incentivized and seems a little bit more in depth to actually help out people.
Brandon, your thoughts?
So I gotta get takeaway from everything. Honestly, personally speaking, from someone who hasn't played a full campaign since Ghosts, might be a campaign that I actually fully dive into. Might even go back and play some older ones to kind of get the story, even through Cold War into Black Ops 6. I don't think so, but we'll be skeptical. I want to know how the open worldness affects the campaign, and if it's going to be too slow paced for people who want to, load up on recruit and run and gun through missions and explore. Multiplayer with the prestige system, obviously people are going to no life the fuck out of Call of Duty. There's no lifers every year. I wonder if there's something.
Talk about me like that. I'm right here.
Well, no, I'm saying
just
after
because I got the fucking mastery camo in 2 weeks doesn't mean anything. Shut the fuck up.
I know in older CODs with the classic prestige system, you could fresh start. So you start over from literal level 1, lose all your camos, all your weapon levels, all your actual levels.
But you get unlock tokens.
You get unlocked tokens, you get you still use those prestige icons. You get like a little calling card in the old games. Wonder if there's going to be any incentive for, you reach that max level to put yourself at that disadvantage to restart to, and how would that affect your weapon camo grinding, especially carrying over to Warzone, even the movement carry over to Warzone. How is that going to affect the guns that are there? Are they going to try and implement the Omni movement into Warzone? And how is that going to affect the flow and the feel of the BR setting?
Well, if they try to move the Omni movement to Warzone, clearly they're going to have to, it's going to be an updated version of the engine we have. It would have to be.
It would have to.
Have they updated the engine since initial launch?
Since Warzone 1?
Yeah.
Yes. They're on their own engine now. And their own engine honestly killed this game. So I'm hoping Treyarch is introducing a new version of said engine that makes it better. I mean, personally, if they add that to Warzone, Warzone's going to be completely different. And it's going to feel different. It's going to play different. And
it might even...
I think it'll be better.
It'll compare to the feeling that everyone got playing Warzone 1, where you have all the slide canceling, you're able to snipe in those open areas again. You're able to move around and not really...
Keep one-shot snipers.
Keep one-shot snipers. Actually, bring them back.
We only have one-shot sniper.
And everyone would have fucking left Warzone if the car wasn't a one-shot, but...
That's why I don't think they'll nerf it. They'll nerf the attachments, like that laser that you can just hit from across the map and it's 100% accurate.
Right.
I don't think they'll nerf the damage. People will...
They might affect some of the fall off for some of those long ass shots.
But people, if it's not one-shotting within the meters that they gave, people are going to leave Warzone.
It's possible.
So that'd be really my only downside is if, they try to implement this to the OG Warzone, it just doesn't go as planned. But they've had 4 years to work on this game. My last takeaway, and certainly not my least favorite personally, round-based zombies returning. I want to see how, weapon leveling and camo grinding goes for that. If there's going to be a map everyone flocks to level up your weapons because it's easy to, train in the first room, or, really just sit there and grind out guns, or if everything's going to be...
Now, they haven't really said much. What if you don't take your own guns into zombies anymore?
That's another thing. Is it going to be a simplistic version of weapon leveling, similar to like Black Ops 3, where you only have a couple camos, but you have like a mastery if you level them all up? But having, set crew for storylines for zombies maps is something that the zombies community's been missing. Everyone's been back, all the way back to Black Ops 3, primarily for the zombies content. So I'm really hoping the story there pushes the team to keep improving on the zombies experience. Cold War wasn't a bad zombies COD, but obviously it wasn't the best. There's not a lot of replayability afterwards.
Considering they only had 6 months to work on the game.
And that's true.
Yeah.
But Gobblegums are returning. It's pretty hit or miss with the community because a lot of them tend to get overpowered, especially in later seasons. And everything was riddled with microtransactions, so I wonder how they're going to deal with that. And I know Cold War had introduced a perk leveling system with a free currency you could earn. I want to see if maybe that comes into play with the zombies experience. Keep Jug in the game. Treyarch, I'm looking right at you. Keep it in the fucking game. Otherwise, that's really taking two things away from everything, one positive, one negative, or one skeptical. I think this is a big turnaround point for the Call of Duty franchise to really push them to keep making better games and even having a second golden era of COD.
I mean, they really have unlimited history to work with, right? Like, they've barely touched on hardly anything in this franchise. Like, Infinity Ward, their first game was kind of realistic to what was going on at the time, right? The war in Iraq, whatever. They have an opportunity now to refresh this franchise and make it history-based.
Yeah.
I have to sneeze.
They have every opportunity and availability to, especially since they're going to be going on 2-year life cycles coming soon.
I don't even know if that's real anymore.
Oh.
2-year life cycle was supposed to start this year. The way I see it, if they do a 2-year life cycle, then it's going to be Treyarch, and this is what I heard. So Treyarch. So Black Ops 6, Black Ops 2 remastered next year.
Fingers crossed they stick with it.
Sledgehammer is going to make the next COD after that, and then it goes back to Infinity Ward, unfortunately.
But hopefully, if they do that, at least with an ample amount of fucking time, they can get a solid and better base of the game.
I mean, I would love to see, so we got Treyarch this year. Rumor is Black Ops 2 remastered next year. Sledgehammer's new game the year after. Sledgehammer's remaster of something.
Advanced Warfare?
Well, Advanced Warfare 2 is coming out. That's Sledgehammer's next title. That's confirmed. And then Infinity Ward's next title is Ghost 2. Those are the rumored games. Those are the next 4 years.
Depending on how well this game is received, it sets a very high bar for all future Call of Duties, and it's bound to be ridiculed if it doesn't live up to the same standard as...
If this is as popular as I think it's going to be, this is the engine that everybody will switch to.
Rightfully so.
Treyarch is basically on their own engine at this point, looking at this.
Treyarch's cooking. They built everything from the ground up over 4 years.
Yeah, they may have started with the same base, but they took it in a more open direction.
A more realistic movement direction, as they've stated 47 times in this.
People need to move like people move.
I haven't been this excited for a new Call of Duty game since 2019. If I'm being frank. But I'm not frank. He got shot in the knee.
Awful.
I can't wait for the Prestige system to come back. Whenever I learned what that was, I was just getting into Call of Duty hardcore with Tori and Black Ops 2. I think I was only 5th Prestige by the time that game's life cycle was finally over.
Yeah, and back to the Prestige Yeah, it doesn't sound like they're going to be doing like full on like what they did like with Modern Warfare 3, like prestiging your weapons, because they specifically just said that, like at least the one dude said that it's kind of relocks everything. So with at least with that wording, if that's true or not,
it's gonna be Black Ops 2 deal.
Yeah, where it's just relocked, its level and its camos and everything are still there. It's
And
just
then
you gotta
you can
level up and re-unlock it.
You can put your prestige stickers on your guns or on the site or whatever it was.
Maybe a little charm.
Yeah. Multiplayer, I mean, it's in alpha right now. Looks fucking phenomenal. I love the Cold War look. That whole HUD, that UI, all of it. That's very Cold War-esque.
I love the color.
They always go cartoony. You can see.
I was about to say it could be more saturated, but they also take like that like shady like etching to some of the scenes that they do.
Motherfuckers ain't hiding in corners in a dark corner because there is no dark corner.
Yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off, Brandon.
No, I'm interested to see if there's a zombies prestige also, like they did with Black Ops 2. See if it's held differently, has its own little emblems. You know, prestiging in zombies could be another big thing for that community. More than just calling cards. I don't expect, but I am hoping wholeheartedly for camos. Like prestige camos that, you know, it doesn't have to be at every prestige, but if there's 10, a prestige camo at 5 and 10, one for level 1,000.
I did hear too that yes, they're adding skins to the game, but they're not adding these absurd skins that we've seen until way later in the game's life cycle. Other than the people who buy the fucking big edition, obviously. But like, other than that, apparently it's going to be skins that kind of tie into the history and the campaign and like the timeline. Hi, Obi.
Yeah, there's an Ober here. I think he's getting hungry because he's up here trying to smooth me.
Babe, cat cam.
Who can?
Cap can. Cat break. He's dead.
Taking some back.
But like I said, I know I say it every year, but I legitimately mean it. I haven't been so excited for a Call of Duty game. And I just hope it lives up to everything that we've seen.
Yeah, it's set up and has the right look, and at the very least with this direct, it looks like they're hitting all of the boxes that a lot of the community have been talking and or bitching about.
Do you think that they will do the campaign thing again this year that they've done the past 2 years? Where it comes out like a week or two early?
Maybe.
I just saw a Sasquatch walk behind you, Brandon. You might need to be afraid.
I don't think that was a Sasquatch.
It had the movement like that one video. Oh. No, you're right. That's a fucking gremlin. Now all she needs to do is run by and go, "Ree!"
You are requested to run by and yell, "Ree!"
Or "I'm free."
Oh my! I can't wait to watch that back. I can actually see it.
Why is she crawling on the ground?
Well, I have the background cut out, so she can be seen.
I can still see her.
You can see her arm and her leg.
I saw her fucking face. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button. Comment down below your thoughts on Black Ops 6 and what you expect to see and what your expectations are. Make sure you hit the subscribe.
What would you like to see, and what would you not like to see?
Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the bell notification, so you're notified when we post videos like this or any of our other content.
And if you want to watch the Black Ops 6 Direct without all of our talking and input, which I don't know why you wouldn't
link
want
will be in the description below. But thank you guys for joining me on this. And Tori, take it away.
Yeah. So, just like hopefully, at least for the current range of bad CODs, all your problems come extinct.
Relish all the good times.
Find that light in the darkness.
Set your snow ablaze.
We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Bye.
On your cue, Tori.
Wow, we watch it.
Huh?
How are we?
Oh, duh.
I was about to say, it's like, that's great that we can start, but how are we supposed to watch it? Ryan's like, oh, hey, yeah, there's that thing. Like, oh, yeah, the thing, yeah.
Well, I'll just be monotone until he figures it out. He's like, let's talk about this. Talk about what?
What do you mean? We've been watching it the whole time.
It's been John Cena on our end the whole fucking time, right?
What does that mean, Tori?
It wasn't there. It wasn't fucking there.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't